Everyone that covers this, including you, has been warned about mental health concerns, and singer everyone keep covering. Okay, there's a difference. Okay. There's a difference between mental health concerns and like reality here. So I did take mental health concerns into account by the fact that I didn't talk about it for a decent amount of time, and I waited, and she just kept going. And she was told like multiple times, like, let's bury this, and she wouldn't. And she kept perpetuating it. And she released another dossier recently with more leaked stuff and all this stuff released to the public. So nobody can turn to me and say, Dylan, what about her mental health? She is going out into the public square and saying this person is evil. We have to judge those guys. Could you imagine if in the middle of all the cat stuff with Prime and everything, I just said in the middle of it, guys, you know, I have a history of depression. I did a thing before. So let's just all forget this ever happened. And not only that, that would be bad on its face enough because I'm accusing somebody publicly of something. But then let's add a second dimension where I say that and then continue to talk about it for years. Not months. Years. Like Zherka Destiny, now Zherka, and I'll tell you exactly what happened, okay? I'll tell you exactly what happened with Zherka. And Zherka is weird that Zherka's like bringing it up because I don't understand why he would bring it up to show that I'm a snake when he tried to bribe me. He literally tried to offer me $1,000 and he bribed me. And now, okay, whatever.
Wait. He bribed you for what? To make infrared win?
He bribed me $1,000 so I would not talk about his thing with Anna because I talked about it on stream and he was like, I'll give you $1,000 to stop talking about this.
For real?
Yeah, that's what happened. And he's calling me a snake because I mentioned it offhandedly. Yeah. And the thing is, he shows the DMs. But now he's doing a different thing. He's saying, this wasn't me actually offering him money because I reject it. And the DMs, I'm like, dude, I'm not taking your money. You're not going to control my content. He's like, see, this was actually my Mega Man play because I knew Dylan would eventually say something because I said it offhandedly. And he was like, so actually this was me to see if Dylan was the snake, and Dylan passed positive on the snake test. And that's his new strat on this.
I mean, yeah, you know.
Yes. Or I don't even know. Actually, I don't even know why he called me a snake, but it's interesting. I don't know, man. I feel like if you're going around bribing people money to like control their content and like tell them like what to and to not cover, I'll give you $1,000 to ban Zherka. In my chat, easy peasy. Oh my god. Just see like that would be like a increase in content positivity. Okay, let's see. So since he shows the DMs, I guess I can show the DMs too. But then he talks about it. Since he already showed it on stream, it's like whatever. Okay, so let's show the DMs. Let's do that quick first, I guess. So, by the way, back here is when me and Zherka were planning to have a roundtable with Destiny, and Zherka basically was like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to do nothing, and you do all the work. You schedule everything, you get the guests, and you do the moderation, and I'll just be there. And I was like, you know what? I guess he's a bigger content creator, so I guess this is somehow beneficial for me. So I agreed to it because I was, collaboration is what you do. And then he has his drama with Destiny, and so if you guys want to know why it was so long until we had another hippy-dippy event, a lot of people think it was tied to the Katarana stuff. Not really that much. Me and Destiny had communication shortly after, like 10 days after that, and we were like, we mostly were like, we talked stuff out and we were chill or whatever. It was just, we were waiting for this, and it it died. It fell through completely. Because Zherka, decided to use Anna as like a spear to stab the hell out of Destiny for money. Destiny won't be back for this Friday either. Hopefully we'll know for next. If you ever want on Hippy Dippy, you are welcome on. One of the topics this week is Hassan's house. Sucks to hear about your stream. Hope when it happens goes well. He was gonna have a stream, but it was canceled for some reason. Hope you know Anna has stated the whole reliving of her bad moment is taking a huge toll on her mental health. I will donate $1,000 anonymously if you stop. Okay, let me talk about this. So this first comment, okay, this is a legitimate request. If someone's like, hey, mental health issues, real thing. okay, I have mental health issues. I've had mental health issues, which sadly are on the internet forever because I made the dumb decision to share that stuff, right? Fair, right? The problem is, Anna is the one perpetuating this, and everyone's in agreement upon that, unless you are... I'm trying to think of a non-ableist word besides crazies, but I can't, so I'm just going to say crazy, knowing that it's not supposed to. And the second thing is, Jon doesn't care about her mental health.
Oh yeah, not
Jon was on the show with Anna, and you could see him flip-flopping, okay? You ever seen that old that anti-John Kerry ad where he's like going back and forth in the wind, right? Like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That was Jon on Anna. Anytime it suited him, he just flip-flop, flip-flop. One second he's on Destiny's, next second he's on Anna's. And eventually he found out, well, I could get the most attention if I take Anna's side, because that would be the stupid thing to do here. And he took her side, and it led to what we all know happened after that. And so, not only did that lead into the falling through of the stuff I was going to do with Jon Zherka, that's not the only thing it led to. But it also led to him saying, I will donate $1,000 anonymously if you stop talking about this thing I messed up on. Money is no issue. It's been a week and you guys are still going at it. Number one, this is the first time I ever talked about it. And the reason why is, there was a certain situation that happened before this where I was like, damn, if I ever talk about stuff on the internet again, that isn't like some politics stuff, or even politics stuff can include there, I should really be sure I got everything in order before I ever say anything. And so I waited like a week, and then when I had everything in order, I was like, okay, I guess I can talk about this now, right? And when I say have everything in order, I mean just wait and just make sure I'm not going to cover it irresponsibly. And even if you watch my stream, I'm super careful with all statements, and I try to be as sympathetic to Anna as physically possible. Probably too sympathetic on review. And then I respond, dude, I don't want money, I'm good. I'm not even going after I should have said she or something. I know next to nothing about this. Consuming it for the first time. Will you stop? What's your PayPal? Dude, I don't know if it's a good idea for me to be taking money to decide what I do and do not cover. You know about her mental health issues and still choosing to cover it? Lol.
I mean, okay. Let's be honest on one thing.
Okay. Let me just say, I do not think for a moment Jon Zherka cares about people's mental health issues. He doesn't,
of course not.
He doesn't, because if he did, then before, when he was on stream with Anna and he was perpetuating this whole thing the whole time and was taking Destiny's side for a decent section of it, why? Because it produced content, and Jon Zherka's been very open. He's deeply worried about the content. Then he wouldn't have done that. So the idea that he was concerned about mental health, that was laughable to me. But I approached it in wanted to deal with the main thing, which was him trying to donate $1,000 to me. Donate, which, yeah, okay, cool. Give me $1,000 to stop talking about the time he messed up. And I wouldn't do that. In fact, him offering me the $1,000 did nothing but made me want to talk about it more. And if you look at the stream at the time, I paused and I'm like, that's a lot of money, right? Because if many of you know, I got some medical bills, I got some other stuff I need to resolve, and I was like, that is a lot of money. That could be helpful to me. But I didn't take it. Upon reflection, maybe I should have. At the end of the day, I'm gonna making a lot more money here by just taking $1,000 than trying to keep my integrity. But I don't know. I guess when push comes to shove, I'm an idiot and I don't take the money.
Yo, real quick.
Aiko, also thanks for the raid.
I sent you a proof of how much Jon Zherka cares about Anna's mental health.
How much he cares about Anna's mental health? Dude, this is there's an hour. Wait, you clipped it?
No. It's just a one moment. You'll see.
Okay, let's see. Let me turn off my classical music. Yeah, let's see.
No, never talk to each other ever again.
Stop saying these things, Steven. Just please stop.
What do you think?
Stop lying, please.
I think, yeah, the healthiest thing would be for both of you guys to move on and probably never communicate to or
Thank
about.
you. True. Ink Bites, what do you think?
I would have to agree.
Okay, Zherka, what do you think?
What I think? Let me check the viewer count here.
Yeah, she's crying. She's sad. She's about the viewer count. Oi, soy viewer count. Oi. Yeah, okay. Deeply cares about the mental health. Yeah, no. So having like watched this during that stream, it didn't hit me particularly hard that Zherka cared about the mental health. Okay, it didn't hit me particularly hard. Okay, so no, I don't think Zherka cares about mental health.
That being said, yeah, Zherka is a wild card. Like, he will do whatever the fuck he wants.
It's
There's
not even
no
like,
plan with him.
and to be completely honest, man, it was not even like a judgment call by me. I'm not even saying like Zherka's a bad guy because he like did the flip-flopping, right? I haven't really thought about the ethics of that. And I don't even think it's necessarily like a bad guy move to like say, hey, I don't want to deal with this, I'll offer you 1,000. Actually, you know, I think it is a bad guy move, like movie style, like stop talking about me and criticizing me and I'll give you $1,000. Is like some like penguin shit, right? It's like something I'd expect, like, I don't know, like from like Fox News, like what's his name? The old executive from Fox News. The big overweight evil dude, Rupert Murdoch. It sounds like some Rupert Murdoch bullshit. It sounds like something the Koch brothers would do. It sounds like the Koch brothers would be doing this exact thing. In fact, I think the Koch brothers literally does this exact thing. He offers people like thousands upon thousands of dollars to like support him and not criticize him. Rupert Murdoch, the skinny Australian that owns it all. You're thinking of Roger Ailes. Got my evil people mixed up. Sinister Cola, thanks for the 5 gifted tier 1s, yeah?
Yeah, I was going to say the same. Thank you for the 5 gifted, and thank you to Aiko for the sub. Yeah. But yeah, that shit is fucked up. Like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't... It's just Zherka being Zherka. I wouldn't pay too much attention to that.
1 second, let me read this. Everyone that covers this, including you, has been warned about mental health concerns, and everyone keep covering. Okay, there's a difference. Okay. There's a difference between mental health concerns and like reality here. So I did take mental health concerns into account by the fact that I didn't talk about it for a decent amount of time, and I waited, and she just kept going. There's a difference between like, I'm not going to cover this because I don't want to pile on and I don't want to make her mental health situation worse. There's a difference between that, what the fuck that is, and Anna continuously digging this up. And she was told like multiple times, like, let's just bury this, and she wouldn't. And she kept perpetuating it. And she released another dossier recently with more leaked stuff and all this stuff released to the public. So nobody can turn to me and say, Dylan, what about her mental health? She is going out into the public square and saying this person is evil. We have to judge those guys. Could you imagine if in the middle of all the cat stuff with Prime and everything, I just said in the middle of it, guys, you know, I have a history of depression. I did a thing before. So let's just all forget this ever happened. And not only that, that would be bad on its face enough because I'm accusing somebody publicly of something. But then let's add a second dimension where I say that and then continue to talk about it for years. Not months, years. With new allegations, new leaks, new stuff every time the drama circle comes around. That is the difference here. It's not mental health concerns as much as somebody is doing that. And let's also be clear. You covered it immediately after Zherka panel. Sorry, but it's the truth. And you said yourself you don't. I did not cover it immediately after the Zherka panel. Can we actually go? Geek, do we have VOD? Do we have the VOD of this?
Of what?
Of me talking about the Anna stuff? It's been not less than 60 days, right? I waited at least a few days for like more info to come out. I know at least a week or two later. Yeah, it wasn't immediately after. I waited like at least a week, I think. I'm pretty positive about that. Because I remember specifically saying, number one, should I? Because it's been too long. Number two, well, it's been long enough, so I think I've gotten the information. We got the information that's going to come out. I remember specifically thinking that. Geek, am I right about this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, and ironically, like, I mean, I watch all of your VODs. I'm forced to. And
Yeah,
you covered it like you covered it like pretty recently, and on top of that, like it wasn't even for long. So I don't
And I
know.
want to
Like,
know, by
compared
the
to-
way, I did 2 streams. 1 stream and a follow-up stream after the Eris interview. And that's it. I didn't cover anything before that, and I haven't covered the Anna stuff after that. Even though there's been more stuff. And I see people ranking in the views, thousands of views, still talking about it. Eris made a video recently, like 50K view, man. I wish I could hit those numbers right now. I'm in a dry spot on my YouTube channel, quite honestly. And the thing is,
no, fuck that.
let's be honest, Geek, are we doing better than we were 6 months ago?
No, of course
Okay,
not.
well
But
then
like,
so
I'm not willing to stoop
okay,
that low.
we're in a
That's all I'm
dry
saying.
spot when it comes
We're
to
not
growth.
willing.
Can we at least admit that?
Yeah.
Okay. And so for me, it would be quite, I guess you could say, beneficial for me to cover it. But I don't, and I'm not. Why am I not covering it? Number one, because it's not good YouTube content. Not in the way that it doesn't get views on YouTube. But I don't want my YouTube channel to just become a drama channel. Because since I work in local politics, if somebody Googles Dylan Burns Anafrills, they're not going to get anything but month-old streams on Twitch that they're not going to go through. They get something on YouTube that's a lot more accessible. There's a lot more available. And so since YouTube is more available to a general public, I want it just to be mostly politics. Because that's what I want that long-form content that people can see years down the line to be. Not the drama stuff, really. I might make 1 or 2... I think I've made 2 drama videos. One of which I was like supposed to when my agreement with Prime, and the other one was something I don't remember. I don't remember the other one, but I think I did another one, but it's not even, it was something semi like related to drama. So I don't know, man. I don't think I covered it very like that much. So anyway, man, I think, so let's see what Zherka had to say about this. But yeah, Zherka offered me $1,000 after ruining our event with Destiny. To not talk about his Anna Frills panel because, you know, he didn't really look great when it came to the Anna Frills panel because he flip-flopped and he pretended to care about mental health, which I guess he thought would strike a chord with me because I have a history of suicide attempts. Well, I do technically have a suicide attempts, but I guess he thought that would strike a chord with me, but I kind of saw through that nonsense. So, what did he have to say exactly? Let's see. Yo, Dylan's listening. Okay.
Do we still have the emote, the Dylan Snake?
Dylan, it is still technically enabled by, I think, BTTV. Dylan Snake should still be, is either, yeah, I think it's BTTV emote, but that's an old emote, my god.
Hell yeah.
That's vintage Burns. We should maybe make that a permanent emote.
Why not? Honestly, it's a good one.
It is a good emote. Actually, Geek, you have my permission to make that, we need more tier 3s, or we need more free emotes. Let's make, free emote, or should we make it tier 1, tier 2, tier 3? What do you think?
We'll make everything.
We'd be stealing Leon Cypher's intellectual property. He'll come back to
True.
political Twitch to sue me. Okay, so let's see what Zherka said. Oh, and Infrared's viewers in chat. Please.
For this guy, $1,000 to stop farming the Anna content before it was crazy weeks ago.
Before it was crazy. Dude, it was crazy then. He just didn't do his research and didn't care. Before it was crazy. Okay, dude, it was crazy then. It was crazy months before you touched it. This is something that's been ongoing for a long time.
And I even said here, you know about her mental health issues and still choosing to cover it? Lol. For a week straight.
Dude, I covered it twice. It wasn't a week straight. I waited till a week after everything kind of settled, and then I covered it because I wanted to wait for the dust to settle. You know how everybody, when like a police shooting happens, or there's some like immediate event, like the Alec Baldwin shooting, great example. Immediately, everybody jumps to conclusions. Office Space, great movie. They jump to conclusions, and they're all like, "This is my conclusion. I believe this. I believe that. I believe this." And Zherka did the same thing. He jumped to conclusion. He jumped on Anna's side, and now he's saying before everything got crazy. Number one, he jumped to conclusions. Number two, he jumped to conclusions after all the evidence was already publicly available for a while. So, no. This doesn't line up. I waited to try to be a little bit responsible. That's the first thing. And the second thing is mental health, okay? Oh, and I didn't cover it for a week straight. That's bullshit. Mental health. Zherka does not care about mental health. He was laughing the whole stream. He was, when everybody was like, Anna, I think we should stop this. This isn't good for the public. Da, da, da. He was like, nah, I want to go check my viewer count. We just looked at the clip not too long ago. So the idea that he cared about her mental health, when I guess he was just trying to aim for like a string that he knows is like, it means something to me, is bullshit.
He tried to pull the same bullshit with Irrelevant, which is the funniest part.
You know what?
Yeah.
If I know anything about Jon Zherka, is he cares deeply about people's mental health, about being responsible, and creating content that is very, very, how you would say, safe for public consumption and free of anything that could be harmful to anyone's feelings, really. I mean, if I could think of anybody that doesn't want to hurt feelings of anybody on Twitch more, I think of Jon Zherka. Really. You know that dude who does like wood cutting? You know, he does like wood craftsmanship on the platform?
Yeah,
He
Brooks.
is basically in the clan in comparison to Jon Zherka, the Saint, who cares about Anna's mental health. So let me just say this quick, okay? I'm going to make an accusation. Jon Zherka, okay? He is in deep, very deep, with the Sicilian Mafia. Okay, that's my first accusation. And with them, he has slaughtered thousands of baby dolphins to make baby dolphin soup. Okay? And let's say he is let's throw in another one for good measure. And let's say that also he was given 50 grand by Anna. Let's just throw that in there for good measure. Okay? These are all accusations. But Zherka, you can't respond to these accusations made in the public sphere about you. Because Zherka, I have a history of mental health issues. In fact, you covering me at all when I have a history of mental health issues and showing these DMs on stream, I mean, that is quite irresponsible of you, Zherka. I thought you were somebody who cared about mental health. That is very sad, Zherka. Very, very sad, Zherka. But don't worry, Zherka. I'm making you an offer, okay? Here is an offer from me to you. You can make it right by paying me $2,000, double the original amount, since you've doubled the harm to the general Twitch community and people who suffer mental health everywhere, so I can cover my medical expenses and a few therapist visits so I can talk to them about my interactions with the Zerk Master. So there's my official offer. It's also my final offer, unless you increase your crimes, and then I'll, of course, have to increase the amount. You already, obviously, were willing to pay me $1,000, so $2,000, probably not that big of an issue now that you have hurt me in such a deep, personal way, Dark.
Can't believe he would.
I can't
do
believe this. Geek, can you please? Maybe I just don't understand. Geek, can you talk to this monster?
The world fails me right now. I cannot think about something
He just
so horrendous.
He just did so many terrible things to me.
I'm writing a manifesto right now.
I'm gonna write so many dossiers. It's gonna be incredible. We're gonna document like every single hair follicle on Zherka's head and debate every single one in the public sphere. By the way, I think this classifies as abuse, by the way.
But yeah, I don't know. Like,
We'll just throw that out there too. An oldie but a goodie, right? If he's, if he cared so much about Anna's mental health, he will leave me alone because he cares about my mental health. So this should end here then. If he deeply cares about mental health, this should end here. Even if I bring this up multiple times in the future, just trashing Zherka. He can't say anything because he deeply cares about mental health.
I mean, I don't know.
Dude,
this
is the
guy
dumbest
is
shit
really
ever played.
fucked
This
up.
is really stupid.
Everything that you shared that was personal, like you losing like your home and everything, like your suicide attempt, everything at some point was used against you, which is fucking
that's the thing. That's why I'll
insane.
never
By the
share.
same
I'll
people-
never share that type of information again. I get that it might help other people. Neither Dylan, you're very brave, and I remember hearing that. I was like, I'm not that brave. I mean, I guess it was kind of tough to say it, but now I understand why they said it, because people are ruthless, man. Like, immediately when people could weaponize my suicide attempt, they tried to do it. Bad Bunny tried to do it, man. And then Mel tried to, like, weaponize. I'm forgetting. Was it the suicide attempt or the rape? I mix them up sometimes. They kind of overlap sometimes with these people.
I mean, everything was done. Like, nothing was spared. I don't know. And it's by people, like, the worst part is that it is done by people who pretend to care about this shit. Who pretend to care about, like,
but
mental
Mel, at the
health
end of the day,
issue
Mel was
and
like,
everything.
Dylan's gay pride flag must go. 2 days later, Twitter account gone. That shows the power of the alphabet mafia, which I'm a field general of, okay?
Listen, I'm really happy about that. I cannot lie.
I'm
Like,
so sad nobody's made the who must go, and it's like me with the pride flag. And then next panel is Mel must go. Oh, God. You know those old memes? Good memes. Anyway, let me finish the Zherka thing.
yeah.
For a week. And he talks about mental health all the time. He talks about mental health all the time.
Yeah, see, this is why he brought it up to me, because I talk about mental health because I tried to kill myself a few months ago, and I've been open about it. Biggest mistake of my life because of people like Zherka, who, once again, tried to weaponize it against me in the DMs, trying to weaponize it against me in public, okay? This isn't comparable to somebody constantly going out and making very, very heavy accusations against other creators on the platform constantly after they've tried to resolve it multiple times, and that one of them has publicly and privately offered to bury a hatchet on multiple occasions. This is not comparable. My mental health would not be a justification for me to go out in public and treat people shittily, and that would not shield me from criticism. I don't know if Zherka's just a little soft, okay? That's what it feels like right now. Maybe he is, but you can't use your mental health to shield you from criticism when you act terribly. Definitely, most certainly, if you're doing that after continuously doing the bad behavior.